Good morning. Next topic is Hadoop core components. That means the Hadoop distributed file system. What are the core components present in that? Talking about the core components, we are basically having the three components. The first one is the name node. The second one is the data node, and the third one is the secondary name node. Now, what is the name node? The name node is the node which is basically maintaining all the details. It is basically maintaining and managing all the data nodes. Talking about a previous example which we have discussed in the previous lecture or in previous slides, the master node, that is the project manager, is the name node itself, which is dealing with all other slaves, all other employees of the data. So the data nodes are all the employees, and the name node is basically your project manager. So what does it says? It basically maintains and manages data nodes. It records metadata, that is information about data blocks. For example, the location of block stored, the size of the files, the permissions and hierarchy, etc. All it is maintained by them. And of course, they receive the heartbeat and block report from all the data nodes. The representation of the hearts in the diagram basically representing the heartbeats. That means the information has been transmitting from data node to the name node. So what is data node? Data node are basically also called the slave daemons, and the name node is basically called your master daemon. So it is basically storing the it's basically storing the actual data. All the information is been stored in the data node itself. It serves reads and write request from the clients. कोई भी काम है, कोई भी information अगर मुझे track करनी है, whatever data has been stored in my file system, I can easily track from the data node itself. Now coming on to the next one, that is the secondary name node. What is secondary name node? For that part, we have to understand what do you mean by the checkpointing. Now the first figure representing having the name node. In the name node, we are having two parts, that is the edit logs and the FS image. What happens is that the edit log, what does it do is that it is basically storing the data in the RAM. The RAM, it basically stores the data, and it, as the space is less, so what does it do is that it is basically storing the data of every 1 hour. Hourly data has been stored. So that is why two edit logs are present. One edit log and the second one is edit log new in the name node diagram itself. So what happens is that in the edit log, the edit log stores the data and it will move on to the edit log new. वो एडिट लॉग न्यू पर जाएगा और इसके बाद हर आर के जैसे डेटा आपका अपडेट होगा वो फिर से एडिट लॉग पर जाएगा और फिर से एडिट लॉग न्यू पर जाएगा. हर आर के बाद आपका डेटा आपका चेंज होता रहेगा. एंड व्हाट डज द एफ एस इमेज स्टोर्स द कंप्लीट इन्फॉर्मेशन. यानी कि फॉर एग्जांपल जब आपका नेम नोड आया, जब नेम नोड आपको सिनेरियो में आया, दैट मीन्स द इनिशियल स्टेज whenever the name node get started. For example, the name node get started from the 10 days back or 20 days back, all the information will reside in the FS image, each and every information. So the secondary name node, what does it do is that it is basically having the edit log files from the name node of every hourly updation प्लस द FS इमेज डेटा, दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट टाइम कॉपी. हर इमेज डेटा आप जो आपको कॉपी है वो आपका सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन आपके पास यहाँ रहेगी. इन दोनों को जब हम ऐड करेंगे, जब हम प्रोसेस करेंगे, कंबाइन करेंगे, it will form an FS image final. Secondary storage doesn't mean that mean it is a copy of a name node, that is a secondary storage space. No, it is basically having the combination of the edit log and the FS image, the combination of that, and again it will combine and form the FS image, final FS image, and again it will revert back to the name node. And this kind of processing is been done in the secondary name node. So talking about the checkpointing is a process of combining edit logs and the FS image. That means the checkpointing is happening in my secondary name node part. It is having the combination of the edit logs and the FS image. The secondary name node takes over the responsibility of checkpointing, therefore making name node more available. Yes, क्योंकि आपकी जो फाइनल FS इमेज है वो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपकी कहाँ जाएगी, वो नेम नोड के पास ही जाएगी और प्रोसेसिंग आपकी इस तरीके से चलती रहेगी. इट अलाउज फास्टर फेल ओवर एज इट प्रिवेंट्स एडिट लॉग्स फ्रॉम गेटिंग टू ह्यूज. क्योंकि एडिट लॉग का मैंने आपको बताया है वो आपका हर आवर पर डेटा को अपडेट करता है एवरी आवर. सो इट विल डेफिनेटली नॉट गेट फेल्ड, क्योंकि आपका रैम पे डेटा स्टोर हो रहा है, हमें डेटा को अपडेट करना ही पड़ेगा एवरी आवर. और आर्ली डेटा अपडेशन जो है वो आपका एडिट लॉग पे स्टोर हो रहा है और फर्दर आगे प्रोसेसिंग के लिए सेकेंडरी नेम नोड के पास जा रहा है. So at the end it is mentioned that checkpointing happens periodically defaultly by 1 hour itself. Thank you so much.